How did the Great Depression affect the lives of Americans from various geographical regions in all walks of life?
After reading many articles and viewing documentaries in history and English class, students of the freshman class showed their understanding of the question in one of two ways. Students had the choice of a two-voice poem performed by two people that tells a story through two perspectives, or a narrative poem, which uses poetic devices like repetition, sounds, rhyming, or poetic verses. Students perform these poems in front of their peers.
Job when I was 19, hit the road at 4. I left my life behind me, and all that I have known. Seen death all around me, suicide, stress, and more. This never-ending darkness will always have a hope. I started a new life, my family struggles at home. Decided to hit the train, bring money back to home. It doesn't seem to help. Nobody's willing to pay for a hard worker like me. I need some recovery. I'm desperate for a meal. Do I beg or steal? Not the only one. Fathers and their sons. See people all around in the shanty town, running towards their homes as the dust blows down. Started a new life, my family struggles at home. Decide to hit the train, bring money back to home. Doesn't seem to help, nobody's willing to pay for a hard worker like me. I need some recovery. This is a hard new life, me and this crazy ride, going from town to town as the train slowed down. Feel all alone, I'm still missing home. To keep my family alive, I know I must still try. I started a new life, my family struggles at home. Decide to hit the train, bring money back home. It doesn't seem to help, nobody's willing to pay for a hard worker like me. I need some recovery. It doesn't seem to help, nobody's willing to pay for a hard worker like me. I need some recovery.
My mom is poor. My dad is dead. I can't even buy a loaf of bread. No work here. No work there. Last thing I ate was a scrawny hare. People are leaving. They hop on the train. Do they even have a brain? Maybe I will follow. The sun turns us into raisins. There is no work for us Asians. What will I do? Where will I go? If I go on the train, I'll have nothing but my yo-yo. I have decided the train is best. I hop on with a beating chest. I'm in the train as planes roll past. I'm in the train as planes roll past. My stomach rumbles. Oh, what a blast. I see a barn. In the horizon, I see a barn. I jump off the train. Now I'm tangled with yarn. I walk to the building. I'm really sweaty. A woman greets me. Her name is Betty. I ask for food, anything to fill my tummy, even though the farmland looks a little crummy. She says, "Come in, Take a seat. I want you to get out of this awful heat. I know how rough life is, the nice lady says. I had a friend named Fernando Cortez. You only get a job if you're American. So people like you need the help of a good Samaritan. She offers work on her farm. My face fills with glee. I say I'll get to work right after I drink some tea. The next few days are filled with hard work, but I do what needs to be done, just like Captain Kirk. My life is improving. I finally earned some money, a place to stay, and some delicious honey. I look back at my past, back to my mother, my now dead dad, and my older brother. We came here from Asia, way across the ocean. Starting a new life here required some devotion. But I'm older now. I've got a job. I can just stare at the sky and eat corn on the cob. This is the life I dreamed of, without a care in the world. Soon I will get a wife, one with hair that is curled. If you still have a hard life, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but being poor ain't one.
I work hard, get paid hardly nothing.
I hear out west there's hope.
I hear Chicago is recovering.
Not here though. Us Okies ain't got no crops.
Too many fruit tramps here in CA.
We ain't even got soil, just got dust.
Taking our jobs, we barely get paid. So maybe I'll leave.
Somebody needs us.
I labor all day
now, tilling this good-for-nothing dirt.
harvesting these worthless crops.
And what good comes from it? Nothing. So
Well,
maybe I'll leave.
Somebody needs us.
Clarence came back today.
George came back today.
He was out riding the rails,
searching for work.
Says ain't nobody need us.
Says ain't nobody want us.
So maybe I won't leave.
So maybe I'll stay. Nobody needs us.
Stock prices plummeted with no hope of repair. People tried to sell their stocks, but no one bought their share. Banks were closing, people panicked, where'd our money go? The workers' hours and their wages were then cut way too low. I thought us farmers would be fine, because we grow our own food. But then our situation worsened, of which I'll include. Our farm had the most beautiful, fertile, green lush land, but now it is all barren and is covered in black sand. The Dust Bowl had begun and the precipitation stopped, which caused the death of all our crops. Our joyful spirits dropped. All the goods that were produced were never quite enough, which caused the prices to increase. Now that is really tough. Most people from the southern plains were starved, their land destroyed. If not enough, black blizzards drove at us who weren't employed. Us migrant workers then fled west, away from dirt and sand. We were all lured to California, here the promised land. Upon arrival, our expectations that were oh so high, boom, it all came crashing down. It must have been a lie. For this place was not even close to better than the rest. The Great Depression followed us, as you may have guessed. There's no escape, no hiding, and no cheating your way out. This devastating tragedy would follow you, no doubt. Our brand new life of transients means following the harvest. The impact on us and our family was truly hardest. The children couldn't finish school, so they came home and worked. And some traditional families must have went berserk. Because the unemployed men gave up searching and just ran away, leaving women to go work and support their king, they say. Also in the 30s, Hoovervilles were everywhere, in which the homeless people lived. They thought that wasn't fair. Ordinary people forced to build homes out of scraps. Angry, cold, and starved until they gave in and collapsed. There's unemployment, starvation, farming land that's been demolished. There's also sickness, torn up families, and the people are impoverished. So I'm hoping for the best now that elections have begun, with Roosevelt's great promises of acts that could be done. But is it possible to fix the many problems of our nation? Could one man really know how to solve our desperation? To build back up our country so it's as great as it can be? For the answer to that question, we will have to wait and see.
Students were assessed on these learning targets. 1. I can explain how the Great Depression impacted the lives of all Americans from various geographic regions and from all walks of life. 2. I can prepare a presentation with organization, substance, and style that are appropriate to purpose, task, and audience. 3. I can use descriptive words and phrases that reveal details, appeal to the senses, and help convey a vivid picture of the experiences, events, setting, and event.